Testing 1 2, testing 1 2 1 2. The levels, the levels, the levels. Good evening. I am Juanqui, and welcome to my world. Holding for 30 seconds, and then we going in. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hello. Happy Saturday. It's a Saturday. I am all discombobulated. Good evening, Naris21. Nice to see you. If you are on in the East Coast, ladies and gentlemen, right now New York City feels like negative 14 degrees. Drop a frozen bomb on that. Negative 14 degrees. Okay? I don't think I've ever, in my young queer life in the streets of New York City, have I experienced negative 14, Naris 21. It is insane out there. Please make sure you are taking care of yourself. Make sure that you are bundled up. This is not the time to be going outside without your gloves and your layers and your hats. Try to not go outside. How about that? Stay indoors. Tonight is not the night to go out clubbing, Naris 21. Absolutely not. Okay? All right. If you have stumbled upon my channel, I am Juanqui, and welcome to my world. I am a cornucopia of stuff. This month on the channel, we are celebrating Black excellence with Black History Month. Okay? I do have some highlights today. I want to talk about the highlights of the week, what we have learned about this week, and also, something that's like weighing heavy on my soul, okay? Like that just cannot be ignored anymore, So let's get right into it. We began this week diving into Black History Month. So what I do is I do a profile. Today we're going to do the highlights, but we've been doing a profile a day. We started with the father of Black history, Carter G. Woodson. Carter G. Woodson. And of course, you can find these videos in my on my page if you have not caught them. Want to learn about these folks, Black excellence all around. The videos are there, so make sure you go and listen to them. They're quick shotties. They're quick. Give you the facts. Sometimes I give you a little bit of my mind, and then we get off. Okay, quick and expeditiously. So we started with the man who's considered the father of Black history. That was Carter G. Woodson. He is the reason why we have Black History Month right now. Okay, so we learned a little bit about him. Then we moved on to Robert Abbott. Robert Abbott was our second profile, February 2nd. And what we learned about him was that he was the driving force, the creator, founder of the Chicago Defender, which was a newspaper that was highly circulated among Black people, and talked about moving from the South and going up north for a better life. Of course, the whites, they used to call us the Blacks and the Negroes. The whites used to they didn't want the paper in circulation, so it was a whole underground network of a clandestine on how to get these papers to the right folks so they could get the information. Then on day 3, February 3rd, we learned about Miss Ella Baker. Drop a bomb on that. best kept secret ever. If Martin Luther King Jr. Was the force, Miss Ella Baker was the backbone behind the whole operation. She was right behind him, helping him in the movement. I certainly did not learn about her in school, Naris 21, did you? Didn't even know who she was. Then we took it easy for the following profile, and we went and dug deep in the stanzas of poetry with Miss Dr. Maya Angelou. I learned that she had gone into, I knew she had gone into not speaking, into like inward, into seclusion inward, but I did not know why. I also did not know that Dr. Maya Angelou was a sex worker at one point in her life, something she apparently discussed and was not ashamed of. Okay. She was a calypso dancer, and we listened to one of her most it's the notorious or infamous, one of her most listened to and most successful poems, Still I Rise. We listened to that on the channel, so that's right there in that video. And then we concluded yesterday, or the day before yesterday, in terms of profiles, we concluded with Miss Katherine Johnson, who was coined the human computer. Okay. Mathematician, and the woman, the one and only woman in a team of white males, because they know everything and they knew everything of everything, right? So she was often asked to verify, confirm, and sign off on mathematical equations spat out by computers. So they trusted her judgment better than and these computers were the size of like rooms and shit, right? Better than the computers. She also, her calculations, her math with that number 2 pencil and that notepad, calculated the distance and the angles and all of that to get the Apollo missions up there, to get the people in the moon, to go around the world, the whole nine. She, and I never learned about Katherine Johnson. Did not know that she had accomplished so much. And then yesterday I said, let's do something that's not a person. Let's do like a place. And so I talked about my time living at the Savoy, the grounds of what the Savoy ballroom used to be in Harlem. I shared a little bit about my experience living there, the tours. Imagine stepping out of your home, Naris 21, and there's every single day, several times a day, a walking tour as you walk out of your house. You got these people, these tourists learning about your building. Okay. So we dove into that, and I was able to talk a little bit about my experience, my views on when I lived in Harlem and the whole night. So it was definitely a good week for me. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed learning about these people. Week number 2, we were going to continue to press forward and learn about some new names and some new folks and some more Black excellence. I did want to touch base on the following that's been weighing hard. Just, and nothing should really be outraging anymore to me, because these 2 eyes, the ones you see in my headshot, you see I'm hanging out the window in Washington Heights when I used to have the bachelor pad. This was my very first bachelor pad. Drop a bomb on that. This is before I moved to Harlem. Okay, this is before I moved to Harlem. And this is me. Almost have arrived, but I had not arrived yet. I was on my way to arriving, Naris 21, if you know what I mean. Like, I had the ticket. I was at the platform waiting for the train to take me to where I was going to go. I'm not in the train yet, but I'm like there. I have my Metro car. I'm like waiting so that I can arrive. That's what this picture, that period of time of this picture. But anyway, I just, I as much as I try not to, it's just impossible for a sitting president of the quote unquote United States to tweet out on Black History Month a video where the former President Barack Obama and his wife, First Lady Michelle Obama, are depicted as apes. And for that entire administration to be silent during Black History Month, the first week, to then come around with some bullshit story about an intern or an aide, and to then double down and said, I do not need to apologize because I didn't do nothing, and I look at a lot throughout the day. There's a special place in hell for him, his family, and everybody else who supports. I don't give a fuck. You cannot say to me that that was not racism. Racism right in front of us. Because, hey, what are they going to do? He did say he can roll up into Times Square, shoot somebody, and get away with it. Didn't he say that? And didn't that whole, well, not all of them, but the Supreme Court, the ones, because you got the two women there that are, have no voice. They're just two bodies there because they're outnumbered. They're outnumbered. And so the Supreme Court, another set of bigots and racists, and Thomas Clarence, that's the worst. He is the absolute worst. You can even call him the inside Negro. He's beyond that at this point. He's not even the inside. It's beyond that at this point. For those people to hand that whole administration so much power, I just, and I was debating. I was like, do I want to soil what we got going on here? We have been talking about Black excellence day after day after day. I've been connecting. I've been giving you some more insight to my lives and, all of that. Do I want to soil my... And then I was showering. I do my best thinking when I'm lathering this beautiful hair that I got going on here, which is growing. It's almost up down my neck, Naris21. Drop a bomb on the hair. You're going to be mad. You're going to be mad when you see it, when I whip it back and forth. So I'm in the shower and I'm lathering my hair because today is hair day. And I said to myself, you know what? No, we absolutely need to talk about it because this is part of, unfortunately, this is part of Black history. This is part of American history. Okay, that a lot of people decided to vote for this time. And this ain't new. It's just, they're just getting bolder. They're just getting bolder. This is not new. This is not, oh, we didn't know he got, no. Y'all knew from the first term. But you want to sit in this. And let's not even get into the fucking pedophile files and who he was hanging out with and the island and the Russian girls and all of that. Let's not even get into that. And I love the fact that the Clintons are about to testify. And they said, if we're going to testify, we want every motherfucking camera here. Drop a bomb on that. Did you know that, Naris21? The Clintons have agreed to testify in front of a whole live camera setup. They want the world to be watching as they're running their mouth for Congress, for the oversight committee. Fuck the committee. Okay? They said we want every network to be broadcasting everything. If you want it all out, we're going to put it all out. But it ain't going to be done behind closed doors because the Republicans want it to be behind closed doors because they're scared. They're scared to see what other names are going to come. Because, you can't redact. Once it's live and it's going live, you can't redact that. When it's a public forum, you can't redact anything. Hello, Love Blake. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. It's just the audacity of the whole, like, how do you even call yourself a Republican and walk around? How do you call yourself a MAGA supporter and walk around with this history in such a short amount of time that these people have been able to acquire? All this hatred, this setting us back, setting women back, setting it's just unbelievable. But the culmination for me was, because I've been able to sustain, I've been able to just, okay, midterms are coming, midterms are coming, midterms are coming. But with that said, they're trying to fucking steal the election right in front of our faces. Drop a fucking bomb on that. They are literally talking about they want to nationalize voting. Talking about, oh, Democrats don't want you to have an ID. Well, first of all, I've been very engaged when it comes down to elections, and I've always have had to show a motherfucking ID. I have to show my motherfucking state ID, and also bring the little paper that they send you in the mail with the barcode. And then the girl always, because it's always a girl, the girl always asks me what my address is, and she confirms it with whatever she got back there. And then they make you sign and the whole night. So I don't know where they're acting like, oh, we need to have it be national. We already have documentation that we show. We have documentation that we show. So yeah, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, something with the sound. Um, but you can't. And I'm like, do I want to touch upon this? Yeah, we absolutely should touch upon this. We're not gonna brush it around under the rug. A sitting precedent. I don't even when I learned about slavery in school, and I was one of the lucky ones to be and learn in school when there wasn't so much red tape about and so much censorship, and the board of ed trying to censor books, and calling them workers, not slaves, but workers. Okay, I didn't have to deal with that. When I learned that they were full slaves, drop a bomb on that. Kidnapped and captured and tortured, the whole nine. Yeah. 300 years of a slave trade. Yeah. Going all over the islands and all. Yeah. And then what followed after that, Jim Crow laws and the division between the South and the North, and all of that. I had to interview Harriet Tubman. Drop a bomb on that. As an exercise for school, and I got my creative juices flowing. Naris 21. The professor wasn't happy with it, though. The professor, because they said if you could interview a civil rights, who would you? And I went to Harriet Tubman. So they wanted it to be like an interview, Naris 21. So I sat there, and I asked Harriet Tubman if I could please call her Tubby. Drop a bomb on that. And in my script, she said, sure, baby, go right ahead. And the professor was like, Mr. So-and-so, he wrote it down. He gave me a C+. Mr. So-and-so, I highly doubt that Harriet Tubman would have agreed for you to call her Tubby. Drop a bomb on that. It was a term of endearment. And they said, write a script with somebody, as if you were interviewing them. So I wrote my script. He gave me a C+. He said I was inappropriate, Naris 21 Love Blake. That this is highly inappropriate. What do you mean? You asked me to interview a political, a figure from the civil rights, and this is how. You didn't say you have to be in that time, because clearly we wouldn't have been able to interview. I wouldn't have been able to interview her. I will be in chains somewhere. But I digress. I don't know why the video went down or completely left like this, but. We're not gonna hide the history. I never learned of, and we've had some bad precedents. I don't think nothing like this, nothing like this. I certainly didn't read anything about like this in the books. I'm pretty sure there were a few racists up in there. Yeah, we had presidents that had slaves too, but you know what I'm saying. But nothing like this. Nothing like this. So for those of you who went into those booths and decided to vote for him because you wouldn't dare vote for her, I saw people having conversations during that time talk about a woman can't do it. I'd rather him than her. Like just insane, insane. Are you fulfilled? Are you happy? Or you think you're gonna get your IRS check in the mail, right? He's gonna give you what, $2,000 to $3,000, $4,000. Remember, a reporter recently asked him what's up with the refunds, and he said he don't remember even saying it. Drop a bomb on that. He said, "When did I say that?" he told you, "When did I say that?" Y'all thought it was gonna be the Trump checks again. Shout out to Nene Leaks. Y'all thought y'all was going to be getting the Trump checks again, right? Y'all thought all these tariffs and the whole nine. He continues to lie to your face, and you continue to sit there and eat it and believe it. And watch the next elections come, the midterms. Well, I'm not going to go out. I'm not going to go because, my vote don't really count. My vote don't really matter. Watch that go be the running theme again. Again. We thought slavery was abolished. Oh, you thought slavery was abolished. It's crazy to me. We're learning about all these historical figures, all this black excellence that gave their blood, sweat, and tears. Some of them gave their lives so that you can fucking get on a train, call a Uber, walk down the road, and stand in line and go fucking vote. And you won't even do that. You won't even do that. You're not civically engaged at all. Fucking disgusting. Absolutely just gets me going. And as a matter of fact, I need to go and cool myself down because it's just, and it's such a draining, it's just draining. It's just completely fucking draining. Absolutely fucking draining. But in the words of Dr. Maya Angelou, still I rise. Sometimes that's what it takes for you to hang on to the words of those before you that struggled so that you didn't have to struggle as much, that walked so that you can run and hope that you can get through it and leave a couple more breadcrumbs so that you can get further. All right. With this said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Thank you for coming through. It is still Black History Month. It is still Black Excellence. Whether the White House wants to acknowledge it at all or not, I don't ever remember, even when the fucking Bush administration, I remember them acknowledging Black History Month. Drop a fucking bomb on that. They haven't done shit. Okay? Just like they wanted. Just like they wanted. But you know what? What puts me at ease and I can get in bed and the whole nine? First of all, my faith. Second of all, my love for my husband. Knowing that he will always protect me and I will do the same for him. And I can go to bed knowing that I did not cast a vote for what the fuck is going on right now. And I also didn't sit at home and say, well, my vote's not going to count. Oh, it's rigged anyway. Oh, I got something else to do. No, I went with Incredible Hulk, did what we had to do, got my little sticker, showed my ID, showed her the little barcode. She scanned it. I looked at it in the iPad, confirmed, signed, gave her my address. She confirmed back there. She signed. She gave me the little pencil and they took me to the little bag. Hulk and I voted in less than 10 minutes. Drop a bomb on that. Together. Less than 10 minutes. The whole process for getting out of the car, getting out of the Lexus. We took my Lexus. Getting out of the Lexus to getting back into the Lexus, 10 minutes. With the sticker and everything on it, 10 minutes. There's no excuse for people not to do it. Y'all could have done it through the mail. But I can go to bed knowing that I'm laying right there and I did not cast a vote for the racist that's up there, the pedophile racist that's up there. And also I'm laying next to a husband that I know did not vote for the pedophile racist that's up there. With that said, I will see you guys tomorrow. I did not feel like coming on camera today. I really didn't. It's just not. I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it. I'm out of it. I think I just need to go ahead. Either I'm gonna eat some pineapples and I'm going to bed. Get the fuck to bed. That's what I'm gonna do. You guys stay warm if you are in the East Coast. It's very cold. It says right here negative. Oh, great. Negative 15 now. Drop a frozen bomb on that. Negative 15. The fuck? What the? Naris 21. Thank you for always supporting. Love, Blake. Nice to see you. My Incredible Hulk. Thank you for loving me. You know. Still I rise, and this too shall pass. Okay? I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Peace.